All right, people. All right. Let me start off by saying one thing here. $53 billion. It's a big number. It's a big number. Large number. How's that even possible? This guy must be full of it. He's off his rocker. Wrong. Newark, Denver, Atlanta. Just a few air traffic control systems that just went down. You know why? Because the internet connectivity sucks. Why is that? I wonder if everyone's relying on the last mile underground fiber. How many times have I said the single point of failure is the fiber optic underground? If you don't have fixed wireless fiber, you don't have diversity. You have redundancy, which is not... redundancy is like having an ashtray on a motorcycle. It's useless. Useless. You need fixed wireless fiber, okay? Look at this. I'm going to show you a video, and maybe it'll enlighten you on why fiber, yeah, it's good, but don't get more than one fiber connection. Check out this video. Here, you see this? I left the sound on for you. Look at this. This is a fire. This is a manhole fire underground. Check this out. You see that? Look, you see down the street, it's cascading. When I say cascading, it connects. The underground fiber is all interconnected. If one thing pops and there's a fire underground, it spreads. Look at this. They can't put this stuff out underground. I wonder if this happened in Newark or in Denver or in any other major metropolitan city where there's an airport or where there's someone that's relying on internet connectivity. This is not uncommon, but no one ever tells you about it because everyone says, oh, fiber is the best. Fiber is the be-all and end-all. Please. Nothing is the be-all and end-all, and nothing is the best. Everything has a weak point and a failure point. You know, just like this. Remember that? Remember your dial-up modem? Yeah, that was good to a certain extent, and then they went bye-bye because there were advancements in technology. So here, enter in, you know, our fixed wireless fiber. Like, this is diversity. This is what diversity looks like. If you're going to be telling me that this type of connection right here you see on your screen, a Verizon fixed wireless, this is not fixed wireless. This is a hotspot that connects to a nearby cell tower, people. Cell tower. How is this possibly worth $53 billion? Well, the question you need to be asking yourself is, are you still selling, or are you still buying only your traditional underground connections like fiber and coax cable? Hey, you probably are, because you don't know any better. Well, I'm here to help educate, help explain. Look, this is all underground stuff. Backhoes, destroying underground conduit. It happens. Okay, it's normal. It's natural. But what's not natural is for people not to do anything about it. There's an answer. There's a solution. You know, someone coined a phrase, the last mile is the most susceptible, you know. Call it what it is. Where's another picture of a hot spot? This is a T-Mobile cause this device fixed wireless. It's a crock of, Betty Crocker. It's not fixed wireless. That thing you see on your screen, that's a hot spot. You may as well take your cell phone, take your fancy cell phone, turn your hotspot on, and boom, you have the same thing. No different. That thing connects to a cell tower. My cell phone connects to a cell tower. Now, is that really a diverse connection? No. It's still relying on the underground last mile fiber. You got to wake up. I'm going to flip back to this video here. Look at this. This is crazy. This is a real manhole fire. This is what happens. Maybe you're asking, how's that? Look, I left the sound on so you hear it. Look, the firemen are not even going close to it. They're shit scared of this stuff. You can't do anything. It's electrical fire underground. It's fiber optic underground. It's glass popping. Who wants to go near that? That's a disaster waiting to happen, right? You got to know when to hold them and know when to fold them, like Kenny Rogers says, right? Ask yourself, fixed wireless fiber. How do I get it? Why don't I have it already? You don't want a lion to be the excuse that your internet's down. Maybe the FAA has lions eating their fiber underground. Or, maybe they have cats eating their fiber underground. Who knows? But the answer to this is fixed wireless fiber is the ultimate connectivity solution. Just look at this. pure, clean drinking water. Fixed wireless fiber. It has such a low footprint for CO2 emissions. You don't need to roll trucks. You don't need to do backhoe digging. You don't need to pull permitting. All that stuff generates, stuff that when you work with fixed wireless fiber, that doesn't happen. We go into a building, you go on the rooftop, and Bob's your uncle. You're done in under a day. A 10 gig, 20 gig connection. Okay, some people need that. Some people need a gigabit. Some people need 500 meg. Let me flip this back here. Look, where else do we have here? We have Boston. This is great. This is Boston right here, and Florida. They got fixed wireless fiber in Florida. Look, you're on a low line. You're at sea level. What is it? Every week there's flooding in Florida. You're telling me the internet doesn't go down for businesses in Florida when there's flooding? Come on, of course it does. No one broadcasts it every time because it's a norm. It's not the exception. It's the norm. Well, it shouldn't be. You need fixed wireless fiber. If you have an event, listen, events are living organisms. Look, you're doing an event and the internet goes down. Oh boy, heads will roll. How come no one thought of getting a diverse connection? Oh, Mr. Owner, we have 2 fiber connections. We're good. Whoever says that should be fired and kicked out and reassessed if they should be a technical director. It's not diversity. It's redundancy. You need diversity. You want to do an event, a high-profile event. You have a new launch where you're doing your phone. You're doing your clothing line. Diversity. Please, diversity, diversity, diversity. And absolutely do not rely on any of these things you see on your screen if you're doing a high-profile event or if you're a business. These devices connect to nearby cell towers. Guess what? If there's an outage, if there's a fiber optic outage like there are all the time, and everyone has these LTE 5G connections, the network cannot support the added load that will occur when a fiber connection goes down. Everyone uses these mobile hotspots. The network, the mobile network cannot support it. You're basically paying nothing. You're paying for nothing. You're not getting anything. You get your cell phone out, put on your hotspot when you get to your office, and there's your backup connection. Save yourself $400 a month. It baffles me that carriers out there, like Verizon, are selling this as fixed wireless. It's a crock of Betty Crocker. Please, people, be educated. Understand how $53 billion is an actual number. Every single business in the United States is a fixed wireless fiber customer if they're not already on it. Well, that's a tall ask. That's something big to say. Well, everyone is relying on the internet. What happens when the internet goes down? Can you function? Can you access your TikTok? Can you access your Instagram, your Facebook? Can you get your analytics? No, you can't do anything. You cannot do anything without connectivity. All of your fancy apps, all of your fancy doodads you connect to IoT, nothing will work. Stop nickel and diming for internet. Spend the money so you can use all of your cool apps, cool software things. It baffles me that people are so cost sensitive when it comes to internet. And then when the internet goes down, they freak out. Well, you're freaking out because you're cheap. That's it. Think about it. Be educated. Stop being cheap. Stop thinking a best effort Fios connection is going to replace a dedicated fixed wireless connection. It never will. It never will. All right. It's a little bit almost 10 past. I got to go do work. But you know what? You know what it's time for? I'll tell you what it's time for. It's time to go and sell something. Let me put some dial-up modem for you guys. There you go. I know you're still listening. Come on, who remembers that? I'm going to keep blasting out my Macintosh LC575. That was the first Sony Trinitron combo with a diskette drive and a CD-ROM. I remember that sound on that computer way back when in the 90s. Thanks, Dad. You're the best.